Good morning, students. Beta, today's topic which we are going to start in maths is simple inequalities. So we are going to start, concentrate yourself, and this is the first topic in simple inequalities, that is solving simple inequalities. So the points to remember and understand in this topic are: number one, an inequality has the same characteristics as an equation, except that in place of the equal sign there is an inequality sign. So the first thing that you should to learn, that you should to understand, is there will not be equal sign, there will be inequality signs. And inequality signs are like this. So this is lesser than sign, this is lesser than or equal to, this is greater than or equal to. So these are inequality sign. Number 2 point that is to understand is the inequality signs are given below. So these are 4 inequality signs. So these will be involved in the questions. So this is the sign for is less than, this is the sign for is greater than, this is the sign for is less than or equal to, and this is the sign for is greater than or equal to. Now here are some examples that will clear your concepts. Example number 1 is there are X apples in a basket. If there are 10 apples in the basket, then X will be equal to 10, because we have said earlier X apples in the basket, and then later we said that 10 apples are in the basket, it means X will be equal to 10. This is an equation and it has only one solution, that is X is equal to 10. But when we discuss discuss about the inequalities, there comes like the signs. If there are less than 10 apples in the basket, we write X is lesser than 10. This is an inequality. There is more than one solution for X, and X can be, because X is lesser than 10. So definitely the answers may be 0, 1, because there may be 0 apple. There may be 1 apple, there may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, because lesser than 10 is the answer. So from 0 to 9 may be the answer. Here X cannot be negative as it has no real meaning, because when we are talking about apples, definitely the smallest apple may be 0. There is no apple, and then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to 9, because we have talked about X is lesser than 10. Example number 2 is Cindy has $10 to spend. So there is a girl, Cindy, she is having $10. She wants to buy X pens at $2 each. So 1 pen costs $2 each. So we can write the inequality: 2 times of X should be lesser than or equal to 10. Here the solutions are, because this is lesser than 10, so this here is the 2 which is multiplying with X. When it will go to the right side, it will be it will go to the denominator of the 10. X is lesser than or equal to 5 will be the answer, lesser than or equal to. So the answers may be, here the solutions are 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, because she wants to buy the pen. So at least she will buy 1 pen at least. And there may be 2, because here is the inequality. We have to satisfy this inequality now. So the answers may be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. That is 2 into 1 will be equal to 2. So she will have to pay $2. And when she is buying 2 pens, then 2 2s are 4, she has to pay $4. When she has to buy 3 pens, 2 3s are 6, she has to pay $6, which is definitely lesser than 10. When she is buying 4 pens, she has to pay 2 4s are $8. And when she's buying 5 pens, 2 5s are 10, she has to pay $10. So this is the maximum amount she is having, because she is having $10. We cannot go beyond this. She is not having more money, so she can choose to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 pens. For an inequality with one unknown, X, all values of X that satisfy the inequality are called the solutions of the inequality. In example number 2, we have these solutions 1 to 5. So these are called the solutions of this inequality. In example number 1, we are having these solutions 0 to 9. So these are the solutions of this inequality. So the point is, for an inequality with one unknown, all values of x that satisfy the inequality are called the solutions of the inequality. The next point to understand is to solve an inequality in the form of ax lesser than b where a is greater than 0. We use the properties listed below. If a is greater than b and c is greater than 0, multiply both sides with c. So AC will greater than BC. If A is lesser than B and C is greater than 0, multiply both sides with C. So AC will lesser than BC. Likewise, if A is greater than B and C is greater than 0, divide both sides by C. So A over C will greater than B over C. Likewise, if A is lesser than B and C is greater than 0, divide both sides by C will become A over C lesser than B over C. So teacher's tip or student's tip is when you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality with the same positive number, because we are multiplying or dividing by the same positive number, the inequality sign remains unchanged. So look here, there will be no change in the inequality sign. So inequality sign will remain same. Here are some questions that will make your concepts more clear. So the questions are: solve the following inequalities. So here are A, B, C, D, E, F parts are there. We are going to solve A part. So 3x is lesser than or equal to 24. Here is the question. So 3 is multiplying with x. When it will go to the right side, it will go to the denominator of the 24, or the second alternative method is divide both sides by 3. So we will divide 3 here and 3 over here. So this 3 will be cancelled by 3. This 3, there will remain x, and 3 8s are 24. So here will come 8. So x is lesser than or equal to 8 is the answer. Here is B part. B part is 6x greater than minus 2. So we do not want 6 with x, we want to eliminate this. So to eliminate this, we should divide both sides by 6. So 6 is here on both sides. We are dividing both sides by 6. This 6 will be cancelled by 6. There will remain x. This sign will remain as it is, and this 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So here will be minus 1 by 3. So answer is x is greater than minus 1 by 3. C part is x by 2 greater than or equal to 9. We do not want 2 with this x, so we will multiply left side and right side with 2. So this is the step, multiply both sides by 2. This 2 will be cancelled by this, and there x will be alone now, and here 2 9s are 18. So this is the answer. Here is another question. Statement is solve the following inequalities. So here are some questions which are having more than one x. So there are 2 x values are here in A part, B part, C part, D part. So we are going to do A part now. 11x minus 4x lesser than minus 35 is the question. 11x minus 4x will be equal to 7x. This sign and minus 35 will remain as it is. Now there is no need to do this step, because here you can see 7 is multiplying with x. When it will go to the right side, it will come to the denominator of the minus 35. So minus 35 over 7 will be minus 5. So x is lesser than minus 5 is the answer. So do not do this kind of this step, do direct step. Here is another question in the inequalities. Now you should understand and remember the concepts of the previous topics, that are prime numbers, even numbers, odd numbers, For example, rational numbers, integers. So you should remember those concepts, because in a part, write down the smallest integer value of the x for which 1 by 5x is greater than -4. So first we will solve the inequality, that is here. -5 is dividing over here, so it will go to the right side and it will come to the numerator. So -4 into 5 will be equal to -20. So x is greater than -20 is the answer. So up to here, this is inequality. But now you should remember the concept of the integers. And you will remember integers are 0. 0 is the neutral number, and to the right of the 0 we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on, and to the left of the 0 we are having -1, -2, -3, -4 and up to so on. These are integer values. So we remember the concept. So now we are having this inequality, that is x is greater than -20. So the requirement is the smallest. So the smallest number greater than, like satisfying this inequality, what will be the smallest integer? That will be equal to -19. So this is the concept. Here is another question, that is find the largest prime numbers x such that 3x is lesser than 39. So look, first we will solve the inequality. So 3x is lesser than 39. We will divide both sides by 3. So 3 will be cancelled by this. So x will remain here, and here 3 1s are 3, 3s are 9. So x is lesser than 13. So x is lesser than 13. Now we should remember the concept of the prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which are only divisible by themselves. So lesser than 13 will be 11, because this is the number which is a prime number. So the requirement was find the largest prime number. So this will be the number which is the largest prime number, satisfying this inequality. Here is the next question. Write down the smallest rational number x such that 2 by 3x greater than or equal to 8 by 9. So we are going to solve this question now. We do not want 2 by 3 with x. So definitely to eliminate it, we want to multiply this value with 3 by 2, because 3 by 2 is, that's why 3 will be cancelled by this and 2 will be cancelled by this. So if we are multiplying 3 by 2 on the left side, we have to multiply on the right side as well. So 3 by 2 into 8 by 9. So this 2 will be cancelled by this, 3 will be cancelled by this, and there here will remain x. So this sign will remain as it is. So here 2 4s are 8 and 3 3s are 9. So 4 by 3 will be the value left over here. And after solving 4 by 3, we will get the answer of one whole number 1 by 3. So this is the inequality. So we want now the integer, the rational number now. And this will be because this is greater than or equal to. So equal to means that this is the number which is satisfying this inequality. So students, here are some concepts of the prime numbers and rational numbers, because we have just solved the equation which were involving with these concepts, prime numbers, rational numbers, integer values. So now we are revising the concepts again. A prime number is a whole number greater than 1 that has exactly two different factors, 1 and itself, and these are the prime numbers. A rational number is any number that can be written in the form a over b. So these numbers can be written in the form a over b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. Remember, in rational numbers, denominator should not be, must not be equal to 0. There will be other than 0 in the denominator. Like for example, here are some examples. -2 by 3 is a rational number, 1 by 2 is a rational number, 1 whole number 1 by 4 is a rational number, or rational numbers. All integers are rational numbers, like 2 can be written 2 over 1, 3 can be written as 3 over 1. Most decimals are rational numbers, like 0.2 can be written as 2 by 10, 3.1 can be written as 31 over 10, because when point will be removed, there will be 1 in below the point, and the integers to the right is 1, so 1 0 will be written. So 3.1 will be equal to 31/10. So all these are rational numbers. Okay students, the statement of the question is fill in the boxes with this sign, or this sign to make each of the following statements true. So first you have to know about the whole numbers. You know, these are actually the whole numbers. 0 is in the center, on the right side are positive numbers up to so on, and on the negative on the left side we have negative numbers up to so on. So it means this is the neutral, and this is 1 2 3 up to so on, because 3 is greater than 1 now, and you have to learn at the same time which one is the greater, which one is the smaller on the negative side. So definitely -1 is greater than the -3, so nearer to 0 will be greater, and as far from the 0 will be smaller. So these things are very necessary for you people to make these statements complete. Now fill in the boxes with this sign, or this sign to make this statement true. So -9 is dash of 4. Definitely 4 is greater than -9, because 4 is on the right side, and -9 is very far on the left side to the 0. B part is 8 is definitely greater than 1/8. -3 dash of -13, so -3 is greater than -13, because -3 is nearer to 0, and -13 is very far from the 0. And 0 dash of -2, so 0 is greater than -2. -6 and -4, so definitely -4 is greater than -6. -2 cube will be equal to -8, so -8 and -8 definitely will be equal. -2 square will be 4, so 4 is greater than -4. 1/2 cube will be equal to 1/8, and this will be equal to 1/4. So 1/4 will be greater than 1/2 cube. And here is 5, and here is square root of 5. So 5 is greater than square root 5. So this is the question number 1. Here are some more questions, and the requirement is solve the following inequalities. So the rule are almost same as of algebra. So -3 is multiplying with x, so it will go to the denominator to the right side. So x, this sign will remain as it is, -7 will remain as it is, and this 3 will come to the denominator. And now we will solve it. 3 9s are 27, so x is greater than -9 is the answer. So these questions are same. Here are some questions involving fractions. For example, this is the question involving fraction. This is again the same. -3 is in the denominator here in the left side, so it will go to the numerator when it will be shifted to the right side. So -1 will remain as it is, and 3 will be multiplied with -1. So x is greater than or equal to -3 is the answer. So these questions are same. Here are some more questions involving fractions. So these are some more difficult questions. For example, we are going to do this question. We want to find the value of x. All other values will remain same, because we want to make x the subject. So this -4 is in the denominator on the left side. It will go to the numerator to the right side, and this 3 is on the numerator. It will go to the denominator of the right side. All other things are and signs are same. And now we will solve it. So 3 3s are 9, and 3 4s are 12. So x is same, this sign will remain same, and 3 4s are 12. Likewise, here are some questions involving decimals. point questions are here. So method is again same. For example, we are going to do this question. We want to find the value of x. This will remain same. This sign will remain same. 0.15 is again remain same. This 4 is in the denominator on the left side, so it will go to the numerator of the right side, and we will solve it now. So 0.15 multiplied by 4, so answer will be 0.6. Again, look at this question. We want to find the value of x. So this 1.2 is multiplying with x. It will go to the denominator of the right side. So x is same. This sign will remain same. Minus 8.4 is again there. So 1.2 will come to the denominator. And now we will solve it. Solve it. 8.4 divided by 1.2, so 7 is the answer. So minus sign will be there and 7 is the answer. Okay, question number 3 statement is solve the following inequalities. So these are 2 questions. So we are going to do this question. Look here, 5x plus 3x will make 8x. This sign will remain as it is, as well as 40 is there. So now 8 is multiplying with x. This will go to the denominator on the right side. So now 8 5s are 40. So x is lesser than or equal to 5 is the answer. Here is another question. This is a different type. So we have 2 fractions involving x. So at this step we will have to take the LCM. So 2 and 3's LCM will be 6. Now in 2's table, 6 comes on 3 times 2. 3's are 6 and 3 will be multiplied with 1. So x will be with it as well. So plus sign is there. In 3's table, 6 is coming on 2's time and 2 will be multiplied by 1. So 2x will be there. All other things will remain as it is. Now we will solve it. 3x plus 2x will be 5x. This 6 is in the denominator. It will go to the numerator to the right side. So minus 15 into 6. So 5x, this sign is again there. 15 6 are 90. Minus sign is there. And now this 5 is multiplying with x. This will go to the denominator of the right side. And now solve it. 5 1s are 5, 4 will be carried, and 5 8s are 40. So x is lesser than or equal to lesser than minus 18. So this is the answer. Here is a question. So outside the bracket we are having 2 by 3, so shift it on the right side. So 55.5x minus 2 tens are 20 plus 1 21 over 2x. This is on the left side, so this sign will remain same. This 3 will be multiplied by minus 6 and 2 will come to the denominator of the right side. On the left side, now take the LCM or solve it. So 55.5x will remain as it is. 21 by 2 is 10.5 and x will be with it. On right side, 2 3s are 6, so it will make minus 9. So now solve it. 55.5 minus 10.5 will be 45. 45x lesser than minus 9. This 45 will go to the right side, so it will be now minus 9 over 45. And 9 1s are 9, 9 5s are 45. So x is lesser than
1 by 5 is 0.2, so minus sign will be there, and 0.2. So this is the answer. Here are some questions involving bracket. For example, we are going to solve this question. Multiply 4 inside the bracket. So 4 5s are 20 plus 4 2s are 8. X will be with it. Now outside the bracket we are having minus, so signs will be changed. So multiply 10 inside the bracket. So minus 20, minus minus plus 10x. This sign will remain as it is, and minus 6 remain as it is. So now we will solve further. 8x plus 10x will make 18x, and plus 20 minus 20 will be cancelled. So this sign and minus 6 will remain as it is. Now shift 18 to the right side. So answer will be minus 6 over 18. That is 6 1s are 6 and 6 3s are 8. So x is greater than or equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay, beta, the statement of question number 5 is find the greatest integer value of x that satisfy each of the following inequalities. So all rules will be same as we have done in the previous question. Only a further requirement is there. Find the greatest integer. For example, if we solve this question, so shift 12 to the right side, all other things will remain as it is. This sign will remain as it is. 36 will remain as it is, and 12 will come to the denominator. Now solve it. 12 1s are 12, 12 3s are 36. So we got the answer, this one. This is the answer, but a further requirement is find the greatest integer. So we read this x is smaller than or equal to 3. So what will be the greatest integer from here? Greatest integer definitely will be x is equal to 3, because the other values will be lesser than. So this is the answer. The statement of the next question is find the smallest integer value of x that satisfy each of the following inequalities. So now we will solve a question involving fraction. For example, we are going to solve this question. Apart. So look here now. X will remain as it is. This sign will remain as it is. 9 minus 9 by 14 is still there. 4 is in the denominator. This will go to the numerator on the right side, and 3 in the numerator. It will go to the denominator on the right side. Now solve it. 3 3s are 9. 2 2s are 4. 2 7s are 14. So x is greater than, minus sign is still there, 3 2s are 6, and 7 is still there. So minus 6 by 7. Okay, minus 6 by 7. So solve it now. It will come in the points, 0 point something answer. So the requirement is find the smallest integer. So first solve it. 6 by 7. This is 0.86 minus 0.86. So this is the answer in the inequality, but the requirement is find the smallest. So x greater than minus 0.86, the smallest integer will be 0. So this is the answer. Okay, here is another question number 10. Given that the inequality is here, find A part the smallest perfect square number, B part the smallest perfect cube number, and C part the smallest prime number. So these are the requirements, but first we have to solve this inequality. So here is 4 by 5x minus 1 by 2x greater than or equal to 6. Now we will solve on the left hand side. We have to take the LCM, that will be 10. So 5 2s are 10. This 2 will be multiplied by 4, so it will become 8x. This minus will remain as it is. In 2's table, 2 5s are 10 and 5 will be multiplied by 1, so it will become 5x. This greater than or equal to 6 will remain as it is. Now 8x minus 5x will be 3x, and this 10 will go to the right side and it will become 60. And from here we can get the answer of x, that is x is greater than or equal to 20. So this is the answer of the inequality, and now we will solve the parts. Now look here, x is greater than or equal to, so greater than or equal to, so this is the minimum value and other values will be greater than 20. So A's part is the smallest perfect square number. So smallest perfect square number which is greater than or equal to 20 will be square. 4 4s are 5 5s are 25, so 25 will be the answer because this is the square of 5. So 25 is the A's part answer. In B's part, the requirement is the smallest cube number. So we have to find out a number which is a perfect cube that is greater than or equal to 20. So greater than 20 or equal to that will be 27, because 27 is actually the cube of 3. So this is a cube number which is satisfying this inequality. And the last part, C part, requirement is the smallest prime number. So the number fulfilling this condition and which is a prime number, smallest, so just above this number will be 23. So that is a prime number which is satisfying this inequality. Okay, the next part is somewhat different. Find the factors of 1 6 3 8 that's satisfying the inequality. So first we have to find the factors of 1 6 3 8. So 1 6 3 8, we will do prime factorization of this one. So 2's table, 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2, 1 will come here, and 2 9s are 18. In 3's table, 3 2s are 6, 2 will be here, 3 7s are 21, and 3 3s are 9. Further, then again 3's table, 3 9s are 27, 3 1s are 3. Now 7's table is there, 7 1s are 7, 2 will be carried, and 7 3s are 21. And finally 13, 13 1s are 13. So 1 6 3 8 will be equal to 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 13. And from here we can check the factors are 2 3 7 13, and then 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, and up to so on. So these are some factors, and 1 is definitely the factor of all the numbers. And from here we have to solve the inequality now. So 2 by 3x plus 8 by 9x lesser than 11 whole number 2 by 3. On the left side we will take the LCM. So 9 is the LCM, 3 3s are 9, and 3 will be multiplied by the numerator, 6x will come, 9 1s are 9, 1 will multiplied by 8, so it will be 8x. Lesser than 3 11s are 33 plus 2, 35 over 3 will be as it is. On left side 8x plus 6x will be 14x, and this 9 will go to the right side, so this sign is still there. So 35 over 3 multiplied by 9, So on left side we have 14x lesser than 3 3s are 9, and this will be multiplied, 5 3s are 15, 1 carry, 9 and 10. So this is here. So x is lesser than 105 over 14, and x is lesser than, calculator will be used, 105 divided by 14. So answer is 7.5. So x is lesser than 7.5, and now we will pick the factors which are satisfying the inequality. So we can see these numbers, these factors are satisfying the inequality. So the answer is 1 2 3 7. So this is the answer. Next category in solving simple inequalities is problem solving involving inequalities. So there will be problem solving. So beta, there is no difference in this category as well. That is like the previous category. The only difference will be there will be a statement question, and you people will be required to read the question carefully. And after reading the statement, you have to make a correct inequality. And if you are able and successful in writing the correct inequality, the rest of the question will be same as you have done in the previous category. So the steps to remember for this category is we can use the same steps in solving a word problem involving an equation to solve the word problem involving inequalities. Like whatever the steps we have used in equation, the same steps will be used in inequalities as well. Steps for solving problems involving inequalities are, first step is read and identify. So read and identify the unknown quantity. So what is the quantity? We have to identify first. Represent the unknown quantity by a letter. For example, x. You may use letter Y, you may use letter S, whatever the letter you want to use. For example, we are using letter X. Second step will be write an inequality in terms of X to represent the information given. So whatever the information given, we will write that statement in inequality form. Next step will be solve the inequality now. The steps will be same which we have used in the previous category. And the last step will be write down the solution to the problem. The next point is recall the symbols for inequalities. We are recalling, okay, we are revising. So this symbol means is less than, this symbol means is greater than, this symbol means is less than or equal to, this symbol means is greater than or equal to. So here are some questions now. So here will be a statement, and after reading this statement, we will make a inequality. So first example is if the distance x is more than 150 kilometers. So look, like more than. So this is written in English. We will make an equation for this statement. So x is more than. So x is more than because this is the sign for more than 150. So this is inequality satisfying this statement. Second example is if the distance x is less than 100 kilometers. So less than. So this sign will be used. So x is less than 100. This is the inequality satisfying this statement. Example number 3, if Tom has not more than. So beta, be very careful because now this statement is not more than. It means there may be lesser than because the given is the words are not more than. So Tom has not more than $15. So the inequality for this will be x is lesser than or equal to 15 because not more than. Not more than mean he will not have 16, but up to 15 he can have. So this is the inequality. Likewise, another example is Jack has at least stand for the minimum one. So he can have greater than this.
So the inequality for this will be x is greater than or equal to 15, because at least, so he can have greater than this. So these are some examples. So it means you have to read this statement carefully. And after reading this statement, you have to make an inequality. And if you are able to make the inequality, the rest of the question will be much easier, because same steps, whatever you have learned in equation questions, same steps will be used. Here is our statement question. Now be very careful, because we are going to read this statement and will make our inequality. So a box contains 24 bottles of water. James wants to buy at least 200 bottles of water. A box contains 24 bottles of water. James wants to buy at least 200 bottles of water. What is the minimum number of the boxes that he needs to buy? So here comes what is the minimum number. So it will be minimum stands for he can have more than this. So first 24 bottles of water is there in a box. So if we want to purchase the boxes, so one box will be 24x. So 24 into 1 will be equal to 1 box. 24 into 2 will be equal to 2 boxes. So it means if we want to purchase the box, not bottles, we have to apply 24x. And because we want to purchase minimum number of the boxes, so this sign will be used, because minimum stand for the minimum, we can have more than this. So this sign will be used, and he want to purchase 200 bottles. So 200 will be put on the right side. So this is the inequality which is satisfying this statement. So after making the inequality, the rest of the steps are same. So we do not want this 24 with the x. So this is multiplying with the x on the left side. When it will go to the right side, it will go to the denominator, because it is multiplying over here. So right side will be 200 over 24. After solving this, 8 whole number 1 by 3, the answer will come. So be very careful now, because we are going to purchase the boxes, because the requirement is the minimum number of the boxes. So this is not a full box, because answer is now 8 whole number 1 by 3. 8 is a box, 9 is a box, 10 is a box, but this is not a box. So if the inequality is now here, that is 8 whole number 1 by 3, there will be at least or minimum 9 boxes. We have to purchase 9 boxes. We cannot purchase 8 boxes, because the inequality is not satisfying with this. So these are the points to remember, to understand in statement questions. Here is another question to make the concepts more clearer. The maximum load of a hot air balloon is 550 kg. So a hot air balloon can carry 550 kg maximum load. If the average mass of an adult is 60 kg, find the possible number of the adults that can use the hot air balloon at one time. So 60x, we should use 60x, because x will represent the number of the person. If there is one person, so 60 into 1 will be equal to 60 kg. If there are two persons, 60 into 2 will be equal to 120 kg. If there are three persons, so 60 into 3 will be equal to 180 kg, and up to so on. So we should use 60x. And the balloon that can carry maximum load is 550. So 550 should be on the right side. So 60x and right side will be 550. Now the symbol to use of inequality is the maximum load. So maximum stand for this sign should be used, because balloon cannot carry more than this. So equal to this and lesser than this can be the answer. So this is the inequality which can be used for maximum. So this is the inequality. So we have made the inequality now, and rest of the steps are now same. 60 is multiplying with this, so on the right side it will go to the denominator of the 550, and after cancellation we will get this answer. Now we have to find the possible number of the adults that can use the hot air balloon. So from this we can understand one person, can be you can use the hot air balloon. There can be 2 person in the hot air balloon. There can be 3, and from here up to 9 person can go to the hot air balloon. 10 person cannot sit in the hot air balloon because balloon cannot carry the load of the 10 persons. From here we can clearly see. So these are the possible solutions of the inequality.
Okay, students, here are now statement question. All the rules will be same. The only difficulty in these kind of question is to read the statement first, and if you are able to make the correct inequality after reading this statement, then the rest of the question will be much more easy because all the same rules will be applied. Now we are going to read this statement. A slice of the honeydew contains about 20 mg. So a slice containing 20 mg of the vitamin C. Given that the minimum daily requirement of the vitamin C for an adult is 90 mg. So this is the minimum requirement. Find the least number of the slices of the honeydew that an adult has to eat per day to meet the daily vitamin C. So the minimum least requirement is required. So let the number of required slices Bx that is required for an adult to fulfill the vitamin C. So if one honeydew slice is containing 20 mg, so 20 mg will be multiplied with x. So these are the number of the slices. Now the requirement is the least number of the slices required. So least stands for greater than or equal to. So this will give you the least, and otherwise maximum greater than will be given. So 90 mg is the requirement. So this is the inequality. Now the further rules are same. This 20 will go to the right side. 0 will be cancelled. 2. So it will be 9 by 2 will be equal to 4.5. You know, slice is not taken as a half, so the minimum number from here we can get is 5. So it means an adult require 5 slices at least to fulfill his vitamin C requirement. So this is the answer. Here is another statement question. So read the statement carefully because the first step of making the inequality is very important. So a lorry is used to transport the bags of the sand. A maximum load a lorry can carry each trip is 850. So this is the maximum load a lorry can take. If the mass of each bag of the sand is 50 kg, find the possible number of the bags of sand that the lorry can carry on each trip. So if one bag contains 50 kg, let the number of the bags. So 50 x, and this is the maximum load. So maximum load stand for, this is the maximum, the otherwise will be smaller than it. So smaller than or equal to, the sign will be used, and 850. So this is the important step. So this is the inequality now which is made, and the next steps will be same. This 50 will shift to the right side. 0 will be cancelled, and 5 ones are 5 and 5 sevens are 35. So x is lesser than or equal to 17. So this is the inequality's answer. Now look at the requirement. Find the possible number of the bags of the sand that lorry can carry. So lorry can carry look here, lorry can carry one bag can carry, two bag can carry, three carry, four carry, and the maximum number of the bags that the lorry can carry is 17. So these are the possible answers. Okay students, here is another question. Andy is thrice as heavy as Paul and twice as heavy as Bobby. Given that the average mass of the three boys is at least 33 kg, find the minimum mass of the Paul. So Paul's mass is required. So let Paul's mass x kg. It is given Andy is thrice as heavy as Paul. So Andy mass will be 3x because thrice, and twice as heavy as Bobby. So Andy is twice as heavy as Bobby, so Bobby's mass will be 3x by 2. So these are the masses. First we have understand from this statement. Now it is given that the average mass of the three boys is at least. So average can be finded out of three numbers by adding the all numbers. X plus 3x plus 3x by 2. Sum of numbers divided by number of numbers. This is the method of finding the average, and this is at least. At least means this is the minimum, or greater can be there, so at least this sign will be used, and 33 is there. So this is the inequality we have made now, and the next rest of the question will be same. So x plus 3x will be 4x plus 3x by 2 is still there. This 3 will go to the right side, so it will be multiplied by 33. That will become now 99. On left side we will take the LCM. So here is 1 2s are 2, 2 will be multiplied by this one, this will become 8x, 2 1s are 2, 1 will be multiplied by this, so 3x is there, 99 is still there. 8x plus 3x will be equal to 11x. 2 will go to the right side, so it will be 2 9s are 18, 2 9s are 18, and 1 19, and 11 will go to the right side. It will be now 198 over 11. So solve it on the calculator. 198 divided by 11, this is 18. So x is greater than or equal to 18. So now the requirement is, this is the x answer. Requirement is find the minimum mass of the Paul. So x is actually the Paul's mass. So from here we can see the minimum number which is satisfying this inequality is 18. So this is the minimum number that can be obtained from this inequality. Unit is definitely kg. This is the answer. Okay students, here is another question, that is 26. Statement of the question is, given the sequence is this, A part, find the general term of the sequence. So this is 7 stable actually. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, and up to so on. This is actually 7 stable. So the general term will be definitely 7n, because n is the number of the terms, and n is actually 1 2 3 and up to so on. When we put 1 here, we will get the first term. When we will put 2 here, we will get the second term, and up to so on. So A's answer is 7n. B's requirement is find the 99th term. So if the 99th term is the requirement, definitely we have to put 99 here, because by putting 1 we get first term, by putting 2 we get the second term. So by putting 99 we will get the 99th term. So 7 into 99 will be equal to 99 into 7. So 693. is the answer. Last part is find the smallest term. So whenever the smallest is the requirement, so this kind of inequality will be used in the sequence that is more than 300. So this 7n as it is, and that is more than 300. So the more than, so this sign will be used 7 and greater than 300. So from here this sign will remain as it is, 7 will go to the right side, and from here by using the calculator we will get answer 300 divided by 7. So 42.86. And from here requirement is find the smallest term. So term is required, so definitely 43 will be the answer. N is equal to 43. So we have got the answer, n is equal to 43. So this is the term. So we will get 7 into 43 will be equal to 301. So this is the answer.